What's up, guys? Welcome back to Reality TV Chats. Guys, we have a little video here in regards to Kaylan Dowdie. Our mother is actually speaking out and some new updates about her. It's a case where she have to do a surgery and she's seeking some assistance because even the UE hospital is saying that she owes 4.5 mil. You understand? So it's been really hard on her at the moment. So anybody can reach out to her, that would be great. And in the meantime, guys, before we go into the video, I'm going to ask you please to like the video. Feel free to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and share. And my bad, it's 41 million. They said that she owe. Yes, guys, so I'm going to hear what going.
Right. When we had the meeting yesterday, one of the doctors that we spoke to is basically, she's not new to the team, but we've never had a consultation with her before. But she's a part of the ENT team. We had the meeting. They did a laparoscopy again, just to take a look, at what they're looking at, what we're facing for the surgery. Again, remember we did a CT in September of last year, which showed us that there was a stenosis above the tracheostomy tube. Now, the info from that CT scan from last September, based on what the doctor said yesterday, that is what she's using to determine what steps to take or what decision to make in regards to the surgery. Hit the like button, please. Oh, yeah. Yes, thanks, Teresa. Guys, hit the like button, right? That is what they're using to determine whether or not they go ahead with the surgery. Remember, CT scan from September. Now, we've had a lot of consultations, a lot of reviews since that CT scan, which means we've been back to see the doctors over and over and over and over again. However, when we discussed the findings of the CT, we were only shown and it was explained to us what the findings were, and there was only mention of the stenosis above the tracheostomy tube, the narrowing right above the tracheostomy tube. However, now yesterday when we went, based on what she said, she did an illustration, drew an illustration on a piece of paper to show us what we're looking at. And what she showed us is that directly below the, hold on, directly below the vocal cords. They said the vocal cords are vibrating. They said the vocal cords, which means they have not been damaged. With directly below the vocal cords now, she said that there's a narrowing there, another part of the trachea that is, what you call it now, narrowing, right? So that narrowing is what they call the stenosis. And then now, right above the trach, there's also another narrowing. So this second narrowing is the first we're hearing about this yesterday. All the consultations that we did, all the doctors that we've seen over and over again who looked at it, nobody mentioned this second narrowing, right? And remember, this is nothing new because we didn't redo a CT scan. This is a CT scan that was done from last September that determined the first surgery date, and now this one, right? What she's saying is this: where that stenosis below the vocal cords are is the foundation or the stability of the trachea, right? And what is happening there is that if they are to remove both stenosis, they would have to cut from here to here and take out that portion. And then she's saying that there will not be enough cartilage or tissue or enough, or there won't be enough length there left to reattach the bottom of the trachea to top. And if that is removed, then there will be no stability, and she might lose her voice permanently, and she won't be able to eat properly because food will be falling down into the esophagus, and food will be falling down and getting into the lung. All right. Now guys, remember, we've did this CT from September, and at no point this was explained to us. We went ahead and we did everything that we were told to do, and we did it. Everything they told us to do, we did. And now this is what we are being told. So based on her medical history, what the doctor is saying, that she's a C2 spinal injury patient. What she's doing now is a miracle. Nobody expected her to be doing anything at all, but she's doing it. So what they're saying is she's uncertain. They don't know what the diaphragm is doing in terms of the breathing. She's breathing fine. She's doing perfectly fine breathing, but that is from visual, what they can see, what the eyes can see, right? She said one option is to put her on the table, put her to sleep, and then explore to take a better look, because then her gag reflex and stuff like that won't be in play. They will be able to take a closer look at what they are working with. When we did the first CT, they said they would have gotten the specialist to look on the images to help them to come to a conclusion. Yesterday, when we did the consultation, they said they're going to ask the specialist, because the specialist still has not seen it. So from September, October, November, October, November, December, January, February, almost 6 months, and the specialist still has not seen these images. But yet we were given a surgery date pushed back, given another surgery date, now it's basically cancelled, because what they are saying is this: the failure rate for this surgery is high. The failure rate for this surgery is high, and if they do it, they might have to be doing it several times, meaning she would have to redo the same complex surgery of removing a part of the trachea, rejoining it, building back this, that. They say they can take cartilage from bone structure, cartilage from her rib to help and reconstruct it. It is risky, and the failure rate is too high. Now this is what is going on. So they rather not to do the surgery, because they don't know how the diaphragm. So it's but what I'm saying is, I understand the fact that there's a fear for them because of her medical history, because this is what it has come down to: fear, right? They don't want to take the risk of seeing. They don't believe that they can do this surgery to a success. There's one other option that the doctors in past consultations have explained, and that was a laser method where they wouldn't have to cut her, but it is not available locally, and that is another issue. And you guys know how many times we've tried to get her to go overseas for medical care. The expenses are too much, right? I'm not giving up on it, because that method can remove these stenosis without actually putting her on the knife per se, right? But we would have to take her overseas for this, right? People in the Philadelphia area who know of any hospitals, ENT hospitals, can reach out to me, please. Let me try and find something, or try and reach out to somebody, see if we can get something done, because this is the only way we can be able to remove this tracheostomy tube, get her back to speaking, get her off all of these things, the discomfort when we go out, the suctioning is too much, the secretions is too much. She's drowning in secretions when we go out. So she's like living like a hermit, basically, always in the house, because it's too stressful to go out. Guys, I know it is very heartbreaking. I am heartbroken. She's heartbroken. We all life with that is exactly. She says, I don't trust the surgery based on what I'm explaining. Neither do I, because from what they're saying, there's too much fear involved. They don't believe that they can do it successfully, and if they don't believe that they can do it successfully, then there's no point in attempting to do it. Right? There's no point in having them attempt to do it. So that's what, Keela, that is what we're doing, getting a second option. So guys, going forward, because I asked, going forward, when do we determine whether or not, because the stenosis will only get either get worse or remain the same, but in any case, they're still there. They're not going anywhere, right? We'll have to remove them surgically. And there's only two surgery options. Either you cut her open, or you use the laser, go down through the throat, and you remove them without cutting her, literally cutting her, or removing any portion of the larynx. That is the safest method. That is the easiest method. Well, it might be a more expensive method, because it cannot be done locally. The good news is we do not need an air ambulance anymore. We do not need her to travel in any special condition. She's doing fine where that is concerned. So she can go on a regular flight, right? So that is one less expense for us. Life with Shy Queen, that the laser, I think, would be more expensive because it is US based, or anywhere across the world that can get it done. It doesn't have to be US, right? So we're going to be exploring all options. I need you guys to help me, please. I need the help to help me find somewhere that can get this surgery done. I'm trusting God. I don't know where the money going to come from, because I already owe you with $1 million, and them embarrassed me the other day. I go up there, I never like it, and I have not said anything about it. But really and truly, it is really sad that they actually expect me to find $41 million, right? It is really sad. I don't know, I don't even want to put that aspect of it on my head, honestly, because it have to work itself out some way, somehow. Her everyday expenses is already a drain. It's already stressful to me, because as you guys know, I can't do a normal job as I used to anymore. I hustle basically, right? I feel do my little cake, I feel do every little thing. I be doing every little thing to make $1, every little thing. So for them, we went up there because she wasn't feeling well, and we went up there and I sent us to register, and the lady was like, So what I will give you a printout. I'm like, how much is the balance? You know how much it is. And I was like, no, I don't. How much is it? I will give you a printout. Yeah, so what you plan to do about it? I said, I'm not working. We do understand that, but remember, other people need the care. I do understand that other people need the care, but me not have it. Well, we know that you're getting assistance. I'm like, oh really? Assistance from where? I said the little money where me did get in at the GoFundMe and the little donations them finished long time. We are going into year 3 of this. Year 3. So on expect say the little money when me get from 2020 going into 2021 January, February, March, them expect me to still have it after so much millions of dollars spent on just her regular care, her immediate care, doing the surgeries, paying for the pacemaker, doing everything. Them expect say me did for save the money and make sure dead, or I don't know what they're expecting. And I went in that 1 week alone, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. I spent what 1, 2, 3, 4 times we were there in 1 week, KK. It was 4 times, 4 visits in 1 week. And every time I went to register, them asked me the same question, what you plan to do about the bill? And I had to sign another agreement. So I end up sign one piece of paper, how much time in a 1 week to send me I got pay. I've signed the paper and I do intend to pay it. But come on, 41.5. Me can't show no. Me can't show no the bill. Me can't show no the bill. Well, they said they won't deny her medical care, but them still have to pressure me for the money. No, not 4.5 million. 41.5. Let me get the bill. Because you know might think I joke me. I don't know joke thing. Never show on the bill. I mean I hide nothing. So I clean up there. So where she put it? Okay. Alright, found it. This is no joke. See the university hospital. Alright. I'm gonna show you the bill. Show you the final page. See the pages them here? Alright, these payments are all the payments that have been made. All of these payments. Because this is the printout of what I paid and what is the balance is. So all these pages is all the payments that were already made. Right? These are every time we go up there, whatever money we pay, whether we pay to register, whether we pay for pharmacy, medication, whether we pay, they put all of the payments on a bill, and this is it. All right. I'm going to show you the final balance. Make sure it's none of our reg number are nothing important, not on this page. All right. Nothing is there. Tell me if you can't see the balance. Can you see the balance? Can you guys see the balance of this bill? That is the balance, 41.579. See there? So